There's an old joke. Two elderly women are at a Catskill Mountain resort, and one of them says, "Boy, the food at this place is really terrible." The other one says, "Yeah, I know, and such small portions." Well, that's essentially how I feel about life. Full of loneliness and misery and suffering and unhappiness, and it's all over much too quickly. The other important joke for me is one that's usually attributed to Groucho Marx, but I think it appears originally in Freud's Wit and its relation to the unconscious. And it goes like this, I'm paraphrasing. I would never want to belong to any club that would have someone like me for a member. That's the key joke of my adult life in terms of my relationships with women. You know, lately the strangest things have been going through my mind because I turned 40. And I guess I'm going through a life crisis or something. I don't know. And I'm not worried about aging. I'm not one of those characters, you know. Although I'm balding slightly on top. That's about the worst you can say about me. I think I'm going to get better as I get older. You know, I think I'm going to be the balding virile type, you know, as opposed to, say, the distinguished gray, for instance, you know. Unless I'm neither of those two. Unless I'm one of those guys with saliva dribbling out of his mouth who wanders into a cafeteria with a shopping bag screaming about socialism. Chapter 1. He adored New York City. And, you know, I'm watching these people up on the screen, and I started getting hooked on the film, you know? And I started to feel, how can you even think of killing yourself? I mean, isn't it so stupid? I mean, look at all the people up there on the screen, you know? They're real funny, and what if the worst is true? What if there's no God, and you only go around once, and that's it? Well, you know, don't you want to be part of the experience?
You studied filmmaking in school?
No, I didn't study anything in school. They studied me.
I understand you studied philosophy at school.
No, that's not true. I took one course in existential philosophy at New York University, and on the final, they gave me 10 questions, and I couldn't answer a single one of them. You know, I left them all blank. I got 100.
I'm just racked with guilt, and I'm consumed with remorse and stricken with suffering for the human race. And not only that, but I'm developing a herpes on my lip here that is really killing me. Non-existence, lack, emptiness.
What'd you say?
I was just planning my future.
I can't seem to... I can't seem to shake the real implication of dying. It's terrifying.
An idea for a short story about people in Manhattan who were constantly creating these real unnecessary neurotic problems for themselves, because it keeps them from dealing with more unsolvable, terrifying problems about the universe. Well, it has to be optimistic. All right, why is life worth living? It's a very good question. Well, there are certain things I guess that make it worthwhile. Like what? Okay. For me, I would say what Groucho Marx is one thing, and Willie Mays, and the second movement of the Jupiter Symphony, and Louis Armstrong, recording of Potato Head Blues, Swedish movies, naturally, Sentimental Education by Flaubert, Marlon Brando, Frank Sinatra, those incredible Apples and Pears by Cézanne, The Crabs at Sam Woe's, Tracy's Face,